How positive impact brands change the world. Today we are answering the question on every entrepreneur's mind. How does a brand become an inspiration to millions in 2021? Let's look at 3 positive impact brands who are making the world a better place while making their own dreams of prosperity and success a reality, while we explore the top 3 secrets of a positive impact brand in 2021. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to give you access to my exclusive answer key for how to pass the blink test, because I want positive impact brands to have every opportunity to make the world a better place. Here's a fact. Because of the cultural shifts brought on by the internet, the expectations from brands have changed more over in the past 10 years than it has in the past 10,000 years. With this unprecedented ability of our world now has to connect with people who share our beliefs, to express ourselves on major platforms that can be viewed by anyone in the world, our dramatically increased power to assemble and make our collective voices heard, the demand for brands we let into our lives that are forces of good in the world is going up, up, up. So let's jump right in. Here are the top 3 secrets of a positive impact brand in 2021. Number 1, amplify the voices of your community. As human beings, we want to feel heard. We feel cared about when we're heard. We feel loved. We want our voices to ring out and reach the people that we're communicating with. And when they don't, when we're ignored or we're silenced, we feel hurt and angry and misunderstood. We are hearing a lot of unified voices right now. We're seeing a lot of people assembling together to amplify their shared value with the hope of making our world a better place. To become an inspiration to millions in 2021, be a brand who amplifies the voices of your community. Who are your ideal individuals and where are their voices not being heard? Your brand can feel like a megaphone that was made especially for their voices to ring out loud and clear by becoming part of the solutions your audience is seeking through your brand. A simple but perfect example of a brand who is doing this so well and is a new brand. It's called Snow Days. Snow Days' target audience is mothers of younger children. Anyone who's ever kept up with a household, even one kid, knows the energy levels that are required. Some days just to get them to school, to their after-school activities, to their desks to complete their homework, bathe, and back to bed can be enormously draining. Quick meals like oven food, fried food, and processed food happen, okay? And most moms can tell you they don't need anyone making them feel bad for not always being able to prepare a healthy meal every single day of their lives, because they're already hard enough on themselves about it. There's actually a good amount of shame that gets telegraphed to parents about proper nutrition. And for people with busy schedules and other demanding circumstances, their voices are being silenced. Who wants to be heard justifying why their kid had McDonald's twice last week? And we all know the kid isn't complaining. Kids love that stuff. And it also makes it a lot easier to get them to eat, right? So what Snow Days has done with their branding is to amplify those voices of concerned parents who want their kids to eat nutritious food but don't always have the time to make it themselves, by creating a fun solution in the form of grain-free, truly organic pizza bites that are secretly stuffed with 7 different vegetables, secretly stuffed, and even 1 fruit. And the best part is you just pop them in the oven. Since their launch in 2020, Snow Days has attracted the attention of not only a major investor firm called Human Co., a firm dedicated to solely backing positive impact brands. If you're one of them, think about it. But Scarlett Johansson was so impressed with her 6-year-old's enthusiasm for eating these pizza bites and so relieved to find something so quick and easy and amazing. And the ingredients truly are amazing. Plus, they taste like cheese pizza. So Scarlett Johansson wanted in and invested in Snow Days as well. Now, maybe you've noticed that my example of amplifying the voices of your community doesn't seem that controversial, especially when you look around at what's going on in the world right now. But it's actually the point. These little decisions and truly nutritious pizza bites are solving a problem that is controversial to their ideal audience. And it does weigh on their hearts and minds every single day. The title of this episode is How Positive Impact Brands Can Change the World. And the answer is always at its essence, one life at a time. There are no small positive impacts. A positive impact's always a big deal because it always ripples out. Number 2, communicate shared ideas. What is a brand if not a symbol meant to unite a community of people with shared ideals? Even though the first trademarked brand became legally recognized in 1876, human beings have been using symbols to help them identify with each other and the world around them since cavemen drew on walls. Symbolism throughout all regions of the world, throughout all of history, has always used branding to convey their deepest held beliefs, to communicate those beliefs to others, and to unite themselves with the people who also share those beliefs. The human desire to express ourselves through symbolism, through branding, is deeply ingrained within our natures, and it has been for as long as human beings have been able and capable of communicating. And now in 2021, we're seeing the uniting power of branding more than ever, as human nature ever continues to explore more ways to express their deepest held beliefs, their convictions, their affiliations, through the brands they wear, the brands they eat, the brands they support. For this positive impact branding secret, I want to shine a light on Maple Bamboo. This wonderful brand not only encourages people to make the switch from plastic toothpaste to sustainable and ethically sourced bamboo toothbrushes, but for every toothbrush purchased, one U.S. child in need receives a new toothbrush as well. This brand is checking 2 boxes for communicating shared ideals. They're creating products that are safe for the environment, and they're contributing to the health and welfare of children. The buy one and we'll give one to someone in need business model wasn't invented by Tom's Shoes, but Tom's really brought it into the public awareness better than any brand has in a long time. In fact, Tom's became so successful with their initiatives so fast that it had a domino effect on brands all over the world. The result wasn't brands feeling like other brands were trying to imitate them or copy off their success strategies. The result was the formation of a buy one, give one coalition of brands who stood together, even if they are competing brands, and said, look at what we are doing. Yes, please copy us. We are making a real difference in people's lives, and we are succeeding in business. Please copy us. Imagine if every brand did this. Imagine how the world could change. When your brand communicates shared values, you unite a community of people who are passionate and enthusiastic about making the world a better place through the expression of your brand. Number 3, be a bottom-up brand. In the earliest days of entrepreneurship, the innovations being brought to the people were for the people, for making their lives better, easier, healthier, safer, more fun, whatever it was. It was for the greater good of society. The products and services were being developed from the bottom up, meaning they were created by a person for the people, for the purposes of uplifting society. As business evolved to become more and more corporatized, and more products and services began to develop from the top down, meaning they were being manufactured, designed, and distributed by corporations for the purposes of making money, and then pushed down on the people through promotions and advertisement. This is where consumerism has picked up negative connotations. It's the stores being packed with hundreds of different varieties of the same potato chip or 80 different varieties of bottled water. In 2021, we're seeing a huge shift in this dynamic and a major return to brands that are people-centric. A dramatic and outstanding recent example of this return to bottom-up branding is CEO Dan Price, a tech entrepreneur who developed a credit card processing company called Gravity Payments. In 2015, it came to Price's attention that an employee of his was secretly working a second job at McDonald's to maintain her single-parent household. He responded by slashing his own $1.1 million pay package to fund a minimum living wage of $70,000 to all employees of Gravity Payments. Sounds like a good guy, right? At first, Price was heavily criticized. Guess by whom? The CEOs of other multi-million-dollar companies who didn't want a light to be shined on their own inflated salaries and underpaid employees. Price made this decision for the people. And since then, he has been hailed a success by the likes of Harvard Business School, Inc. magazine, which called to light that since the change in wealth distribution at Gravity, the number of employees had doubled, and the value of payments being processed by Gravity went from $3.8 billion a year to $10.2 billion a year. And while other corporations resent that Gravity is becoming a blaring example of how doing good for the people is actually good for business, this CEO isn't staying silent. A tweet sent out by Dan Price in April of 2021 reads, 6 years ago today, I raised my company's minimum wage to $70K. Since then, our revenue tripled, we're at Harvard Business School case study, and our employees had a 10x boom in homes bought. Always invest in people. Wow, how inspiring is that? Talk about a best-kept secret for success. And now you have it. Let's recap the top 3 secrets of a positive impact brand. They are: amplify the voices of your community, communicate shared ideals, and be a bottom-up brand. And as promised, don't miss out on the exclusive link I've included in the description for you to gain access to the answer key for passing the blink test. I wanted you to use it to come out of nowhere and start making people's lives better. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to also click the bell so you don't miss a single thing. I release new videos like this one every Tuesday and Thursday, so treat these episodes as a masterclass for becoming an inspiration to millions with your brand. And as always, the way to become an inspiration to millions starts with our motto: love what you do, love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.